Meghan Markle's rise and fall can almost be explained in mathematical terms, showing how quickly public opinion shifted over time. In January 2020, when Meghan and Prince Harry announced their decision to step back from royal duties, a move famously dubbed Megxit, the numbers were in their favor. A YouGov poll revealed that 45% of people in the UK supported their decision, while in the US, that number was even higher at 50%, suggesting a positive start. However, just 5 months later, by June 2020, when the couple officially relocated to America, their favorability began to decrease.
Was the move about getting away from the UK press, because the press is, is everywhere, or was the move because you weren't getting enough support from the firm?
It was both.
Both.
I needed to do this for my family. This is not a surprise to anybody. It's really sad that it's got to this point, but I've got to do something for my own mental health, for my wife's, and for Archie's as well, because I could see where this was headed.
They didn't want him to be a prince or a princess, not knowing what the gender would be, which would be different from protocol, and that he wasn't going to receive security.
By February 2021, just before the highly publicized Oprah Winfrey interview, the percentage of Americans holding an unfavorable view of Meghan had climbed to 29%, a clear sign of a downward trend. The Oprah interview aired on March 7, 2021, drawing a staggering 49 million viewers worldwide, which can be considered a massive spike in attention. During the interview, Meghan and Harry shared explosive revelations, including allegations of racism within the royal family and claims of a private wedding 3 days before their official ceremony. Immediately after the broadcast, U.S. support surged temporarily, with 68% of Americans sympathizing with the couple. However, in the UK, the reaction was the opposite, with British media outlets like the Daily Mail and the Telegraph leading a backlash. As weeks passed, Meghan's claims began to lose credibility, creating a negative slope in public trust. For instance, the Archbishop of Canterbury denied the secret wedding, and photographs contradicted Meghan's statements about her private life and family. These inconsistencies caused her reputation graph to dip sharply. Even as the couple signed lucrative deals including a $100 million Netflix contract and a $20 million Spotify agreement, their projects failed to maintain momentum. Their Netflix series Harry or Meghan, released in December 2022, initially saw a spike in viewership but quickly faced negative reviews, with The Guardian calling it so sickening I almost brought up my breakfast. Meghan's podcast, Archetypes, flopped, and by mid-2023, Spotify publicly labeled the couple as grifters. By this point, the trajectory of Meghan's popularity was clearly heading downward. Her favorability in the US dropped dramatically to 32%, a drastic decline compared to her Oprah peak. Pop culture reflected this downward curve when South Park mocked Meghan and Harry in its infamous Worldwide Privacy Tour episode, portraying them as hypocritical and desperate for attention. By August 2025, the situation hit rock bottom as the Daily Express published the headline, "Meghan Markle disliked intensely in America." Even respected American commentator David Christopher Kaufman wrote in The Telegraph, "We Americans are fed up with Meghan Markle. It's time for Brits to take her back." With such harsh criticism, Meghan found herself in a negative equation. She could neither return to the UK, where relations with the royal family were severely strained, nor maintain her dwindling US fan base. Looking back, Meghan's career graph showed a dramatic rise followed by a steep fall. The Oprah interview in March 2021 acted as an initial peak similar to the highest point on a parabola but also marked the beginning of her decline. Each failed project, public controversy, and media backlash acted like negative integers subtracting from her public favorability score. Today, Netflix has scaled back its work with the couple, signaling that even Big Brother see diminishing returns. Meghan and Harry are no longer seen as revolutionary figures but rather as celebrities struggling to stay relevant. The numbers tell the story clearly. From 68% support immediately after Oprah to just 32% favorability 2 years later, Meghan's popularity has been cut by more than half. As this downward trend continues, one question remains: can Meghan reverse the equation and rebuild her image, or has the world finally reached zero tolerance for her narrative?